The worst part about going for a 100% completion is dealing with locked areas, doors and chests within a game. But thankfully in Hogwarts Legacy, by gathering these Demiguise statues, you upgrade your Alohomora charm, which will give you access to these pesky locks. In this video, I'm going to guide you to unlocking the level 3 Alohomora charm as quickly as possible, as well as picking up every Demiguise statue along the way, so you can collect an achievement only 0.1% of people currently have. I'm going to quickly go through how to start the quest, which lets you activate the level 1 Alohomora charm, so if you've already done this, feel free to skip to this timestamp here to go to just picking up all of the Demiguise statues. So to start Mr. Moon's quest, the Caretaker's Lunar Lament, you have to have activated Chapter 2 within the main story, which is signified by this specific change of season cutscene you get after completing a very important main mission. Upon activating Chapter 2 of the main game, you'll receive an owl from Mr. Moon who will ask for your help with a specific matter. As you continue on with the quest, Mr. Moon will explain that somebody is putting these Demiguise statues around the castle to torment him because they know he's terrified of them. What he wants you to do is collect all of these statues so they're out of his way, but he mentions you can only collect them at night. If you try to collect them during the day, they won't actually let you. You will still be able to see them, but you have to wait till night before you can actually retrieve them. He'll then teach you the level 1 version of Alohomora, which will get you into the faculty wing and help you get the first 2 Demiguise statues that are annoying him. I'll let you explore this quest for yourself, but once you have completed and got the 2 statues, head back to Mr. Moon and he will then give you the side quest, Man Behind the Moons. This side quest asks you to collect even more Demiguise statues scattered around the world, and in return, he will upgrade your Alohomora charm to level 2 and level 3 so you can pick the maximum level locks. And that is where this guide comes in, so we're now going to be having a look at finding the remaining Demiguise statues across the world of Hogwarts Legacy. So to unlock level 2 Alohomora, you need to find 9 more Demiguise statues. Now from the main mission, you actually already have 1 still in your inventory, that leaves another 8 for you to find. And the first 7 of these we're going to find actually still within the Hogwarts castle. Just remember, you can only collect these Demiguise statues at night time, so although you can see them during the day, they will not be available to collect, or they will not be able to be seen under your Revelio charm unless it's nighttime. The castle tells you how many are in each area, but we don't have access to all of them at the moment because we only have a level 1 Alohomora and some are hidden behind a level 2. So the first Demiguise statue we're going to get is right by Mr. Moon here in the south wing. Head down the stairs until you get to this locked bathroom door, unlock it and proceed into the stall where this Demiguise statue is sneakily hidden behind it. Our next statue is in the Great Hall, so head to the Great Hall in through the main doors, and at the back right of the hall, you can unlock this level 1 door to find the next Demiguise statue. Now we're going to go get 2 of the available statues in the library annex portion of the map, the third one being locked behind one of those level 2 doors, which we don't have access to yet, but will soon. First, head down to the restricted section of the library, and by following the usual path, you'll find the next statue along the way. The second one in the library annex is actually all the way at the top of the central hall staircase in Professor Anai's divination classroom. Head up the ladder, and actually neither of these you need to use the Alohomora charm to find. Nor do you need to use it for our next statue, which is actually in Fig's classroom towards the top of the astronomy wing section of the castle. There are 3 in the astronomy wing, this being one of them, but once again we only have access to 2 right now. The second one is actually in the dungeon section of the castle, stealthily tucked away behind a level 1 lock in one of the side rooms. Our final statue within the castle, for now, is located outside near the north exit in a locked room just next to the castle ramparts. There's actually a lot to explore in these castle ramparts, so I would recommend having a little fly around and getting some of the loot that's within here. That should leave you with 8 statues collected, which means we only need 1 more to go back to Mr. Moon and collect the level 2 Alohomora charm. Unfortunately, that is all of the statues we can find currently within the castle until we get level 2 Alohomora, but my recommendation to get the last one is to actually teleport to the lower Hogsmeade village, which you went to earlier on in the game, so the teleport should be accessible to you. The statue here is located in the very first house as you enter the village, behind the door as you go in. With all of those collected, head back to Mr. Moon, who will then give you the level 2 Alohomora charm, which is actually all you need to access every single Demiguise statue. I am still going to run you through how to get to the level 3 Alohomora as quickly as possible, which will require 13 more statues, and then we'll look at covering the rest of the statues in the game. So we're going to start by cleaning up the statues left in the castle. The first one is actually in the Beast classroom outside. Simply open the level 2 lock to access the building and head in to locate the next statue. From the Beast classroom, head through into the main north entrance to the castle and lockpick the doors in front of you, which will give you access to the long gallery. Actually, take note of the Demiguise painting up here on the right. kind of a nice feature considering there's a statue close by. The statue itself is just a little bit further down the gallery behind a level 2 lock, which will be on your right. The last statue in the castle is at the bottom of the Defense Against the Dark Arts tower and can be found in the room with the gargoyles, who, by the way, have some of my favourite voice lines in the game.
If someone gets struck by a cursed broom, we do hope it's you.
That is all of the statues within the Hogwarts castle map itself. We're now going to be heading to Hogsmeade to pick up the 9 Demiguise statues that are within here, and I've nicely located it here on this map graphic for you to see which statues are in which buildings and what locks they require. The first is in Tomes and Scrolls behind the counter in the bedroom. The second is inside the 3 broomsticks at the very top floor behind a level 1 locked door. The next is just east of the 3 broomsticks in this small little house with a level 1 lock and can be found upstairs. The fourth is in the house behind the Honeyduke's store and will be in a small table to the right after you complete the level 1 lock. For the fifth, head into Gladrag's Wizardware and it can be easily found on the counter to the right. The next is located northeast of Brood & Peck in this small house on top of the fireplace as you enter. For the seventh, head to the house next to J. Pippin's Potions, where behind a level 2 lock, you will find the statue on the top floor. The penultimate statue in Hogsmeade is down the south in the Hogstead pub at the back of the storage area. Then the last Hogsmeade statue can be found in one of the houses on the street connecting Hogshead back to Tomes and Scrolls and requires a level 2 lock. The statue will be up the stairs on your left. And those are going to be the 9 Demiguise statues that you can find within Hogsmeade. Unfortunately, that brings us to 12, which means to unlock level 3 Alohomora, you still need 1 more. This means we're going to have to travel to some of the hamlets across the world, and the one I'm going to recommend you going to first is all the way up north to Pit upon Ford. The statue in this village is directly across from the Flue Flame at the building on the other side, and doesn't require a lock, so just head up to the top floor and grab the statue. This should then give you your 13th Demiguise statue, which is enough to go back to Mr. Moon, unlock the final level 3 Alohomora charm, and give you access to every single lock within the game. Also, by doing this, you'll activate the last part of the mission, but I'll let you guys explore that on your own, and we'll just focus on collecting the remaining Demiguise statues for the achievement. So now all that's left for us to do is complete the remaining Demiguise statues across the open world, and each of them are going to be located in one of these hamlets. To make it easy and trackable if you haven't unlocked the fast travel for each location, I'm going to go from the very north all the way down to the south. So in case you didn't do it as part of my guide, the first hamlet is Pit upon Ford, and the statue is at the top floor of the house, straight across from the Flue Flame. The upper Hogsfield statue is in the house at the northwest of the town. Directly as you enter the house, there is no lock required for this one. In Arranshire, the statue is in the house to the left of the Flue Flame, behind a level 2 lock just up the stairs. Again, if you didn't already do the lower Hogsfield statue, it is in an unlocked house closest to the entrance of the village. Brockborough is up next, so the statue is inside an unlocked house on the other side of the Merlin Trial from where you get the Flue Flame. For Keenbridge, head to the house up the hill behind the vendor. It will then be behind a tier 1 lock and on the ground floor next to the staircase. For the Fieldcroft statue, it will be in a level 2 locked house on the other side of the village from the Flue Flame. In Irondale, the statue is behind the bar in the house directly to the right of the Flue Flame and doesn't require any lock. Now, to get to the last 3 locations, you're going to have to be able to access the Poidsear coast. There's no specific mission to get here, however, you can't just directly fly there. You have to go through a very specific route. So to get to these areas south of the map, you have to go through the coastal cavern, and it is guarded, so you might have to do some combat to get there. When you do get through the cavern, you are able then to fly again and access the last 3 locations, as well as picking up the Coasting Along achievement, which seems to be a pretty rare one currently within the game. This particular area also has some of the most beautiful landscapes I've seen across the game. It looks absolutely stunning. So as you head to Marronweed, the Demiguise statue is in the village tavern just behind the bar. For the Baneborough statue, head to the level 2 locked house behind the notice board, and the statue will be on the left as you enter. The final Demiguise statue then is in Cragcroft, and it is in the house next to the merchant on the top floor. That then is how you collect every single Demiguise statue within the game, so not only have you now saved Mr. Moon from his torment, you've also picked up the level 3 Alohomora charm, and one of the rarer achievements, Demiguise Dread, which again, only 0.1% of people currently have within the game. If you found this guide helpful, make sure to like the video, and for even more Hogwarts Legacy guides, subscribe and check out one of the videos on screen now.